Hello everyone, and welcome to Bendy and the Ink Machine, a puzzle survival horror game in which we venture into a long-abandoned animation studio and try and learn the dark secret, not only of what went on here, but of just how it affected our childhood. I've really been interested in this for a long time because it has something of a unique art style, sort of emulating, while in a 3D space, the animations of the 1930s. And so even though it's cute and bubbly, there's also, that tinge, that sepia of oldness, and maybe a bit of uncanny valley as well. I've also heard a lot of things about it over time, and while I don't know anything about the story, I've heard a lot of conflicting opinions. Like, some of you really adamantly want me to play this, and some of you really, really don't want me to play this, and that's why I absolutely have to. Because I know a lot of games just sort of have like a stigma around them. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is like made for kids or stuff like that. And that's never really been a deterrent to me. I think just about anything can have some kind of value in it. And, that was what I had heard about Poppy Playtime going in, and that's really well done, I never like to let the stigma around something affect my own interpretation of it. So, let's see what this is like. Begin, save one. Dear Henry, it seems like a lifetime since we worked on cartoons together. 30 years really slips away, doesn't it? If you're back in town, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you. Your best pal, Joey Drew. We worked here. Seems like we're probably kind of an old-timer, too. Work hard, work happy. Chapter 1. Moving Pictures.
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Chapter 1. Moving Pictures. Bendy and Little Devil Darlin', presented in Silly Vision. Oh yes, it's got that faux Disney look for sure. It's all in the glove. And we appear to have an ink leak going on here. Still, we are voiced. This is cool. It's giving like a blend between more realistic graphics and that 30s style. I mean, this has been done in games before, most famously with Cuphead, but that was more two-dimensional. It mapped more cleanly onto that style, but this is a bit more of a clash of worlds. The Dancing Demon by Bonds. I guess that dates this in like the 40s if the price didn't. Bendy in Sheep Songs with Boris the Wolf. Some of this imagery is a bit eerie, isn't it? Look at that, we've even got flickers like, oh no, that's not a window, that is in fact a film projector. Spinning film reels look a lot like gears in a factory, don't they? And at a certain point, when you're putting things out on this scale, it's not just a studio, it is a factory. And there he is, Bendy himself. Oh yeah, flashing lights, by the way. Look, that light board is active. But the store page says that this place is abandoned. It was getting on my nerves. So we can press E to interact with things. Oh, look at that. There's a bit of a depth of field effect when we're close to something. Probably be scary if we're trying to hide from something. Now, I understand this is somewhat heavy on puzzles. I don't know if we're going to have, like, patrolling enemies or things like that. But that door is locked. Can we run? Only barely. But it makes sense. For us to have worked here 30 years ago, we must be pretty old, right? We just got something. But I'm not quite sure what it is. That squicky, inky noise when we check the menu. dreams come true. That is crazy how it just leaked in that pattern. Wild coincidences in a place like this. Little devil darling. Is there a light on in this office? I guess we don't get to know. So just what is the ink machine? Is it as literal as it sounds? Because it could also be, you know, the core that runs whatever's going on here. Ink output schedule, 19 gallons, 13 gallons, 18 gallons. It gets up to 423 gallons. I'm starting to think that a malfunction is likely.
This lift could use a few dry cells.
So we're fixing this ourselves, are we? Is it normal for ink to be produced in-house? It's almost like they're dredging it from the depths. Okay, where do we place this? Right here. We'll need another one. Inside this crate. And it seems like we don't have to worry about an inventory. When we press E, things will be delivered automatically.
Let's see what you're hiding down there, old friend.
Even the soundtrack sounds like it's from an old B sci-fi movie. I am so intrigued. Something tells me this isn't ordinary ink. Well, that wasn't open before. Hang on. What if we go... Not electric light, candlelight. And someone was just here. He will set us free. Crooner tuner, turn on the radio in chapter 1. Look at that, it even bounces like an old cartoon. Sounds like music that would play during a comedic chase. Now would be the time, huh? This place is absolutely falling apart, but the lights are on, and clearly someone's here.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
This is where you worked? Just in the hallway? Wow, it's a literal liminal space.
Looks like they knocked out a wall or two after I left. Guess it took a few people to replace me.
You weren't just an animator, you were a head animator. You were instrumental in the production. And I actually really like that we're voiced. See, I'm thinking here, even though it came out a bit earlier, the premise is sort of similar to Poppy Playtime, in that we're an old employee returning here to find that something is wrong. However, by having us be voiced, there's going to be, hopefully, a bit less ambiguity in our motivations and, well, in just what our role actually was. We're learning a little bit already. They boarded up that toilet that looks like it's seen better days. Okay, let's head back. Our friend Joey Drew definitely knows more than we knew. I don't know why I was so tempted to rhyme there. You're just going to be watching us wherever we go, huh? Look at that smile, the way you're drawn. I'm sure it would be fine in motion, but as a still, it just seems fake. Like you're just barely suppressing rage, like it's taking everything you have to hold that smile. Briar label bacon soup. Wonder what that does for us. A tape player. Work hard, work happy.
At this point, I don't get what Joey's plan is for this company. The animations sure aren't being finished on time anymore, and I simply don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who needs that much ink anyway? Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey says. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind, but hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
Their output is such that they have ink flowing in the walls. They're a forge for animation. We can actually take the stuff up here. In fact, we seem to have to take from the top first. Which makes sense, but it's a bit of a strange detail. Also, let me just check real quick to see if we can get subtitles on those things. Nope, subtitles on, so you'll just have to read the side. It might be a little small. Closets everywhere, and it's sure loading us up on this stuff. Hey, look, it's a little plush. Can't seem to get this projector started, but look. Oh, no, that's the work hard poster. I was thinking that somebody was poking their head out. Ink pressure. Yeah, no, this definitely isn't normal infrastructure found in an animation studio. But what do we do back here? Can we get you working somehow? Was there another way we could have gone? That way, probably. The longer we go without meeting our friend, the more worrisome this gets. Like we were lured here. Alright, let's take it all. Unless I'm just consuming them and keeping myself perpetually at like 100 health or something. Oh, look at that, we can play darts. No? Okay, let's angle it upward a bit more. That's too high. No? Okay, let's get you back. No, I'm gonna do this. I don't care how long it takes. Ah, so close. So, there's a little bit of wiggle there. It's not an exact science, it seems. See? See? Come on. Is there a reason for this either? That's what I should be asking. Okay, whatever. Come on. There we go. Come on, that's a bullseye. You can't tell me that's not a bullseye. Whatever. There's the official merch. Maybe we can clock in?
Always on time.
Always. After just a little bit of screwing around. We can't get through there, and the depth of field was making me think that we were going to see something scurry by in that moment. Okay, so now what? We've opened up all this. So maybe we'll save that for last. The ink machine has low pressure. Well, no wonder.
How do I get this to work?
No wonder with all the leaks. Locate and place the objects. We need something from everybody's workstation. The plush, yes, we've seen all this. We need to go around and visit everybody's workstation. You were in here a second ago.
Who put this here?
I don't know. But who put that there, Goofy?
Oh my god. Joey, what were you doing?
Is there somebody in that suit? God, there's just ink flowing. Ink being very analogous to blood in this. Who's laughing now? Boris the Wolf. Sorry, I don't mean to be a vulture. I'm just trying to get a thumbnail. That's a bone. That's just a bone in that toolbox. Would I be out of line in saying that something's up here? Because you are not nearly as creeped out by this as I feel you should be. Alright, we've opened up a shortcut for ourselves. You're still there. Okay. Well, I know where some of these things are. I just wish we could move a little bit faster, because this place is really quite big. There's the plush. And once again, it does not appear that we have like a map or an inventory. It all just goes into our hyperspace arsenal. Next, maybe we can look down here. The Illusion of Living by Joey Drew. Maybe you came to see people as just another form of animation, or vice versa. And to be honest, between the two, I don't know which is worse. There's a record. So that's 3 things. I'm surprised at how much time we're spending in one area. Surprised, but not disappointed. This is really cool. It's actually showing some restraint and allowing this atmosphere time to build. Of course, the area we've seen thus far could easily be an entire animation studio. I'm hearing strange things. So for this place to turn out to be even bigger, well, that's something. Some deadly ink. Alright, well, what's that, like 3 or 4 different items? It still leaves us with about half to find. There's the exit right there. A chance we'll likely never have again. Let's try some doors that we haven't already tried so that we can make sure that they're actually locked. We know that things have been opening behind us, although there's always been some indication. can remove gear from here. I mean, this really seems like it's not our job, even when we did work here. I mean, we're just an animator. Why are we repairing this mysterious ink machine? Okay, well, we got the book. We've got the gear. They're like pressure plates. The ink, the music, and the plush. Now all we need is the wrench. Oh. Oh, your rib cage is open.
Okay, that's all of them.
Once again, severe underreaction to what you're seeing. Those are bones in there. Those are bones sticking out. Unless you know something we don't that makes this not an interesting sight?
Now I just need to get the ink flowing somehow. Should be a switch around here somewhere. Then I can start up the main power.
A switch. So we need something else before we can get you. Where would we have seen that? I mean, we'll have seen everything. Look at this. It's like an interrogation, or an autopsy, or torture. This is the place that tortured Goofy to death. Alright, now I guess we're just looking around again. I really... That is so much like the scare in Dream Core, it's unreal. God. And there's just... See, here's the funny thing about that being a cardboard cutout. There's nothing we can do about it. There's no danger response. All we can do is gaslight ourselves and think that there's no way that that actually happened. Oh no. Oh no, it's filling up. It's filling up! Go, 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 go. It's just flooding the room. Okay, you're still there, good. Oh, what are we doing? We are enabling something horrible, aren't we? Just keep moving. Hey, so Guy isn't here anymore. Can't help but notice that. That exit door is still back there. As soon as I press E, that opportunity evaporates. So now we get back to the machine itself. It's like it's siphoning power just to do it. This all collapsed! Oh my god! Okay, I didn't expect to see stuff like that. Left shift to run. Left shift to run. Escape the workshop. Okay, I know the way back. I just have trouble believing that you could escape anything this way. The ink levels are rising, which is not something I like to have to say. It's pouring. Into the depths. Okay, no, 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 no. Let's stop ourselves from drowning, first of all. It's like the blood of the building itself. The thing that made all this animation run, and now the thing that's seemingly come to life. I only saw a second of that thing, but it looked like a creature made of ink. And it didn't look as cutesy as the characters.
It's dark and it's cold, and it's stuck in behind every single wall. In some places, I swear this conversing ink is clear up to my knees. Whoever thought that these crummy pipes could hold up under this kind of strain? And I know something about pressure I don't, or he's some kind of dig. But the real worst part about all this are the noises the system makes, like a dying dog in its last legs. Make no mistake, this place, this machine, and this whole darn thing, it just isn't natural. You can bet I won't be doing any more repair jobs for Mr. Joey Drew.
You know what I'm starting to realize in the audio logs and the visuals and the emphasis on liquid pouring in everywhere? This feels very Bioshock inspired. Would not be at all surprised if that was the case. Very Bioshock inspired. Very, very Bioshock inspired. Oh no. This isn't something we want to wade into. Unless we're going to get a light source of our own. Maybe I should increase the brightness a bit. Just one move and this whole place is coming apart. That thing was being lowered down into the depths, like it was sealed away. It's like unearthing a tomb. And unleashing the curse that goes along with it. Something tells me somebody sacrificed a lot to put things into the state we just undid. Clear a new path. An axe may come in handy. The creator lied to us. Could it be that that's written from the perspective of the characters?
This will definitely come in handy.
There's a weapon! And we can individually smack out each of these boards. Goodbye. This would have been useful upstairs. The fact that there are blocked off areas means maybe we'll be back up there at some point. Presumably the end point. No barricade can withstand me. So we're really drawing a fine line here between... Well, I was gonna say between science and magic, but what about this ever even appeared scientific? This is...
Oh, my head. What happened? Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Press on. See if I can find a way out.
We were overcome with images of the creature and this ink machine. Does it produce the ink, or does it take it from some well deep in the earth? Either way, we passed out in the middle of this circle. A ritual that the lit candles suggest is ongoing to this day. Unfortunately, we cannot see the contents of these coffins. Utility shaft 9. He will set us free. It's a shrine with offerings. Those things by the power lever, he said it was to appease the gods. I suppose that could be taken as just office humor.
This place gets so big.
Yeah, you certainly didn't know about any of this. These circles seem to go alongside the coffins, like they're bound in some way.
He appears from the shadows to rain his sweet blessings upon me. The figure of ink that shines in the darkness. I see you, my savior. I pray you hear me. Those old songs, yes, I still sing them. For I know you are coming to save me, and I will be swept into your final loving embrace. But love requires sacrifice. Can I get an amen?
I said, can I get an amen?
It's an honest-to-goodness cult. And we never knew about it for the entire time we were here. Bendy in train trouble. Now, the reason I'm paying so much attention to these posters is because I wonder if they'll foreshadow events later on. Work hard, work happy. Now, that wolf was in a cartoon called Sheep Trouble or something like that, so maybe he was like a villain character? Would explain why they would have been disposed of. Let's get ready on that axe swinging reflex.
Hello? Excuse me, can you help me? Hello?
I never expect like a fully 3D animated moving humanoid.
Where the hell did he go?
Maybe through the splatter in the hole in the wall? We can destroy the cutouts. We can also take the bacon soup. Is there a reason why we'd want to? Because it is absolutely pouring it on us.
I need to get power to this gate somehow. Should be a couple switches nearby. Then maybe I can open it.
Nearby where? Find 3 switches. Well, they're not here. There's one. Where are some others? Do we have to walk back across that gap? Because, I don't know, I always see things in the sense of a narrow hallway, pushing a button. These things are all triggers. And triggers often mean scares. So to just what extent can we break things? You can't be broken, but the cutouts can. Where are these other switches? Oh, there's one. Kinda wish they were labeled so we'd know if we'd gone too far. There's no going back there. Okay, so there's gonna be another box on the wall somewhere. I really, really wish we could move a bit faster. Nothing here. This all looks very technological. Ah, there it is. Switch. Hey! So, I chopped you. That was something I did. Yeah. Yeah. So now we're walking back this way. Let's try it. Here's something. Raspy breathing. The music department. Well, when you don't have voiceovers, music is a big deal. Oh, that's not true. You have the ominous candles left about. Nothing here. But a potential place to hide. You know, if we continue to think of ink as blood, splotches on your film cells become a lot more ominous, don't they?
So first, Joey installs this ink machine over our heads. Then it begins to leak. 3 times last month we couldn't even get out of our department because the ink had flooded the stairwell. Joey's solution: an ink pump to drain it periodically. Now I have this ugly pump switch right in my office. People in and out all day. Thanks, Joey. Just what I needed. More distractions. These stupid cartoon songs don't write themselves, you know?
When you're in music, the last thing you want is distractions. You need a quiet, calm environment. So we know who you are now. And we know
Looks like the
that...
stairwell's flooded. If I'm gonna get out of here, I'll need to find a way to drain it.
And we know that you are not a member of this particular cult. Well, that did something. Lights, yes. But I don't like hearing that bubbling. Makes me think something will be coming out any moment. Bendy in, sent from above with Alice Angel. She sings, she dances. And I do have to wonder just what this silly vision actually is. Is it just a funny way of saying film? Or is there something more to it, a trade secret? Here's the recording booth.
Every day the same strange thing happens. I'll be up here in my booth, the band will be swinging, and suddenly Sammy just comes marching in and shuts the whole thing down. Tells us all to wait in the hall. Then I hear him. He starts up my projector and he dashes from the projection booth and down to the recording studio like the little devil himself was chasing behind. A few seconds later, projector turns on. But Sammy, oh no, he don't come out for a long time. This man is weird, crazy weird. I've got half a mind to talk to Mr. Drew about all this, I really do. But then again, I have to admit, Mr. Drew's got his own peculiarities.
So something's up with this projector. Maybe we'll have to rush down there too. See, there's something that I really always appreciate about recordings in a setting like this, and it's something that is definitely considered cliche and overdone now, and to an extent I agree. But we're just hearing this washed out echo of what this place once was, while sitting in the remains of what it is now. That's creepy. It's a contemplative moment where we realize that we're just down here in the dark where, at one time, something scary happened. So how long are you gonna run for? Let's try it now. Oh my! Ow! Two more! Die. Oh god, I'm getting ink all over my vision. Ow! And I imagine I'm dead when that all fills my screen, right? So you do spawn from these pits and leave your own ink blobs behind. We do have regenerating health. I have still yet to figure out what the bacon soup does. A recording session has started. But there's no one here. This must be like a voice acting booth. Or maybe direction for the band?
It may only be my second month working for Joey Drew, but I can already tell I'm gonna love it here. People really seem to enjoy my Alice Angel voice. Sammy says she may be as popular as Bendy someday. These past few weeks, I voiced everything from talking chairs to dancing chickens, but this is the first character I've really felt a connection with. She's a part of me. Alice and I, we're going places.
So these characters were voiced, even in spite of their Steamboat Willie aesthetic. We can pluck the strings on here. What about the other instruments? We can. Alright, I'm moving on from here for now. I have no idea how this works. Maybe there's something else. Infirmary. There's an infirmary. You mean medical pavilion? Notice, anyone found faking illness will be docked a full week's wage. Not sick, not paid. Great office culture you got here. Ooh. An organ? I just heard like a groan from down the hall. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing like a groan in response. We can interact with these instruments as well. Yeah, not a very expressive one, huh? It seems like even in the animation, that face just never changes. Do not let Joey see this. The Lighter Side of Hell is a song that you are working on. Well, Sammy Lawrence's office is through
There's
there.
a light switch, all right. But that's one hell of a leak blocking the door, though. If I could just stop that ink from flowing, maybe I can get in.
There's always a valve somewhere. Can't get into the closet.
Back to the old grind.
I can punch in if I want. Although at that point it's basically like just getting stamps at a museum or something. Oh, we can open this up. Well, there's a pool table. There's probably an achievement for clearing this or something. Hey, so you guys weren't there before. What happens if I go down now? Things just really like changing behind me. Hey. You're up there watching, are you? Are you kidding me? There's a tape around the corner.
So I go to get my dustpan from the hall closet the other day, and guess what? I can't find my stupid key. It's like they disappeared into thin air or something. All I can think of is that they must have fallen in one of the garbage cans when I was making my rounds last week. I just hope nobody tells Sammy, because if he finds out I lost my keys again, I'm
Okay, and a garbage can. Let's hope they're still there. Whatever that means. But I still have no idea how... It's pretty clear I'm supposed to play the instruments in the right order. I don't know how to figure out what that order is. There's a garbage can right here. Nothing. I gotta say, when it comes to looking for smaller objects, the muddy graphics don't really do this any favors. Where else would I even find a garbage can? There's a basket right here. No? How about in the pool room? Outside, no? I'm not finding what you want me to find. Up here, maybe? Nothing. You said in a garbage can. There we go, there's the keys. Now we can get into the closet, and I'm hoping that that means that there's something we can use to move on here. Because clearly there's an order to these instruments, but I have no idea how to figure out what it is. There we go. This better have something.
Every artistic person needs a sanctuary. Joey Drew has his, and I've got mine. To enter, you need only know my favorite song. The bass fiddle sings with deep articulation. The banjo playfully clucks. The violin shudders with a piercing voice. The piano delicately calls. Sing my song, and my sanctuary will open to you.
Fiddle, banjo, violin, piano. Fiddle, banjo, violin, piano. Alright, so... I guess that would be you. You don't really strike me as what that is. Banjo, violin, piano. There we go. That's a fiddle? I always see a fiddle as a much smaller thing. Alright, well, here we go. I'd even get one of these things onto a roof. Sing a happy song, whistle a merry tune, wait for his arrival, he's coming very soon. You've created your own folk myth, or maybe you've just given it a new form. Either way, something tells me this thing is a lot older than Bendy.
One down.
There's another valve elsewhere. You and your that. I don't know what's worse, the idea that you things are peeking around corners or that something is holding you there. Wait! Well, that ambush didn't go well for you, did it? Look at you. You're wearing it as a mask. Okay, I really need you to actually die when I swing at you. So I'm guessing you have like a grace period in the beginning of your animations where the axe will just go through. Is that what's happening? I also did Google it while I was doing this, and yes, the bacon soup that we find, it's just being consumed pointlessly when we press E on it. We can't go through there just yet. Though we are perhaps making progress. Hopefully the flow over here will have stopped. No, we need to do a little more. Maybe this drained? You wouldn't think there'd be a hospital level inside an animation studio, but... well, I suppose you wouldn't think a lot of things would happen.
Oh no, there's no valve. Where did it go?
There's always a reason in these games to go even deeper. EFP, HCA, PMFVC, EDF, PZDT, ZVBXRPL, G or C, BRV, OCZ. So it's got to be a G. Huh. Is this 1930s technology or 1430s technology? Sounds like we're opening a portcullis gate. That one figure, that one that looks very human, is the one stalking us. But this one just watches. And I'm starting to suspect that maybe he really is human. Down here, we're all sinners. I need that.
Is that thing holding my valve?
Yep, I'm coming for you. The sheep will come to slaughter. I'm starting to feel as though you're kind of dragging me down here. You know, deliberately. And there is a huge pipe that could flood this place at any moment.
I love the quiet, and that's hard to come by in these busy times. And yeah, sure, it may stink to high heaven down here, but it's just perfect for an old lyricist like me. Sammy's songs always got some bounce, but if I didn't get away once in a while, they'd never have any words to go with them. So I'll keep my mind to singing and my nose closed.
Oh wow, you got Shrek'd, I suppose, in their terms. May not be the best accommodations, but it sounds like you're making the best of it. That one's wearing a cheery little hat. Almost humanizes it somewhat, and it makes me wonder where these things come from. What gives them their life force? Can I have that? Didn't think so. You know, based on your appearance, I was even thinking that maybe we could solve this amicably. Seems unlikely at this stage. That lifts up the crate. That drops it down. Okay, I gotcha. Picking up what you're putting down. I could have picked you up too. Alright, so there's some glitchiness. That's alright. You just wait right there, why don't you? Yep, just stand right there. I'm so far away I can't even get you, so you really don't even need to go hide. And whammy! I honestly feel kind of bad.
Sorry I had to do that. Nice hat, though.
A special hat run into Jack Vane. It was you! It's like I thought! So, they're not just mindless ink monsters. Something's clearly been taken from them, but still. It is kind of like BioShock or even Outlast, where the area you occupied in life, if you are really dead, well, it kind of becomes your new haunt. Whoever you are, you moved on. There it is.
Okay, that should do it.
It should. But what we're gonna find in that office of his is anyone's guess. Can't close it behind us as much as I want to. But we do have the main pump control here. Something that I didn't expect, but it's actually working really well, is the combination of old-timey music rather than graphics with this setting. I mean, exploring an abandoned place while songs like that echo through the empty space, it's really, really cool. It's really atmospheric, and it gives a sense of the place's age. It's time to believe. It gives a sense of the fact that we're seeing relics from a time long past. I wonder if people found this stuff creepy even in the 30s. Ink machines, something too. It's time to believe. Now we should be able to get out of here. We've got achievements for getting all of the audio recordings, so we don't have to worry about that, and for finding the radio in Chapter 2. So I guess there's one in each chapter. Ow.
Rest your head. It's time for bed. There we go now, nice and tight. We wouldn't want our sheep roaming away now, would we? No, we wouldn't. I must admit, I am honored you came all the way down here to visit me. It almost makes what I'm about to do seem cruel. But the believers must honor their savior. I must have him notice me. Wait, you look familiar to me. That face. Not now, for our Lord is calling to us, my little sheep. The time of sacrifice is at hand. And then I will finally be freed from this prison, this inky, dark abyss I call a body. Shh. Quiet. Listen. I can hear him crawling above. Crawling. Let us begin. The ritual must be completed. Soon he will hear me. He will set us free.
Sheep, 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 it's time for sleep. Rest your head. It's time for bed. In the morning, you may wake. Or in the morning, you'll be dead.
Hear me, Bendy. Arise from the darkness. Arise and claim my offering. Free me, I beg you. I summon you, ink demon. Show your face and take this tender sheep. No, my lord, stay back. I am your prophet. I am your God.
It came for you instead. Or something did. It can't be controlled. I guess you're not the prophet you thought you were. Even you didn't understand it. Your body looked like it was consumed by ink. Okay, let's focus on going, though. Your body looked like it was consumed by ink. But from the way you talk about it, it's almost like you consider that like a higher form of life, like you want to be away from the flesh. We just lost our axe. Oh my god, what are you? All I got was more ink and a big razor-toothed grin. This way. That way. Hope I went the right way. Looks like it. Go, go, go. In. The Believer survived being chased by Bendy. How long has this been going on for? Have they been down here for years, or is this something new? We were invited clearly to become a part of this, but to what extent? I don't know. Hey, we can interact with the Bendy plushies. That's kind of cute. The achievement that we just got indicates that that was Bendy. Although, like I said, I think it's something that they unearthed. Something that they draw from in every cell they animate.
Hello? Someone there? I know you're in here. Come out and show yourself.
Didn't you die?
Boris?
Chapter 3, Rise and Fall. Did we just pass out? We were taken to a safe house, so I guess he's a friend, a heretic. Which is really interesting because, well, it's entirely possible that if he is made from one of the employees here, that he wouldn't have the personality that he may have in the things themselves. Of course, we actually don't know if he's necessarily a villain. But if that is the case, it's kind of interesting to see him present like in an opposite way, where the heroes are evil and the villain is our friend. Doesn't seem like we can get in here. The way this is progressing with a sort of hard reset between each chapter kind of makes it feel like maybe this was released episodically. I mean, of course I wasn't around for that. But allies, enemies, and just the hint of what's going on here have been established. Maybe we're in the script writing portion of the facility? Look at that, he leaves his overalls out to dry. And other garments. He's got his own little corner of the place all to himself, and well, something about the crampedness of it makes it feel a bit safer and comfier. You're still here. Look at that, the way you move even seems like an old cartoon. Maybe there is something of the character that's infused into you. Do you talk? I can't seem to interact with you at all. Boris and Henry. I guess it's a total draw. Wait, is that supposed to imply that we've been here for a while? Are we gonna address this? Or maybe it goes back even further. Seems quite distressing, like you're trying to turn yourself back into a person. Once more, can we really not talk to you? In any way?
I'm not getting out of here that easy. Need to open the door, but the lever's missing. Boris probably has it. Hey buddy, you seen that lever handle around? Or are you holding it hostage until I make you something to eat? I thought so. Let's see what we got.
Non-verbal, this one. Just like the character. Meanwhile, Sammy was still Sammy. Clearly deranged, but it seems like he wasn't much better even before, so... There's a variety of results to exposure to ink. So we need to find these soup cans. There's one. This is a strange way to have a breather in the middle of this. But it's kind of cool. We see a situation where not everyone is aligned and they need to make their own little niche here, have their own way to survive. And plus, it kind of adds depth to our journey as well. We've just been surviving with one of these guys for all this time. Okay, there's got to be one more can somewhere, right? Got two. I think I might have seen one in the room. Is it here? There's a Boris plushie. Unfortunately, too far away for us to squeeze. A bone right there. Is it one of yours? Maybe there's more than one Boris, more than one presenting as that. Look, given the torture chamber we came upon. There's another locked door. But like, there's so many things that I'll like in one moment and not like in another, like this graphical style. Or rather, I like the graphical style all throughout. I like the idea of the space where these cartoons were produced looking like those cartoons, and the creatures within them as well, even while it ostensibly takes place in reality with more realistic voice acting. I'd kind of go back and forth on the sepia tone. I think sometimes it muddies things, especially in the dark. Where's this last can, man? Oh, we can open this now, even though we couldn't before, thanks.
That should be enough.
There's also a lot of running around trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Let's make Boris some soup. I keep waiting for the day he's going to express something other than giddily tapping his fingers to music we can't hear. There you go.
Here you go.
Oh, I guess we gotta pull our weight around here. No working for free. I do wonder if you even need to eat that soup, or if it's just something that exists in the show and so you enjoy it.
Let's see what's out there. Don't wander off.
You gonna shut the door behind me? No, you're coming with. Look at that, we've got a partner. It's just that being nonverbal, you can only express the most basic of ideas to me. You can't actually tell us all that's going on. Little Miracle Station. Is the little miracle being able to hide from things while they're chasing me?
Looks like it's really dark up ahead. Let's find some light.
How about this? There we go, that'll help us. But it really doesn't seem to do very much.
Don't be scared, Boris. Keep the light near you so you don't get lost.
Do you get scared easily? Once again, I'm just wondering how much of this is character and how much is the person that it mapped onto. Look, you actually will get scared if I don't keep the light on you. You're reacting to the noises around us.
Did you hear that? Yeah, me either. Another dead end. I don't see any other way through. You got any ideas, Boris?
You're looking at that vent. I mean, you're a cartoon. You are basically liquid. You can probably squeeze through there, right? Huh, you actually are the one doing it. Overalls, toolboxes, it seems like you're our handyman. I can foresee you being quite useful indeed. Hello? Oh. Should we be waiting back here for you, or will we meet you up ahead? I'd hate for you to come out and have us gone. God, imagine how awful it would be to get that dripping ink in our mouths. It's probably happened many times already. Heavenly toys.
Wow. I don't remember any of this.
Seems like they did a lot of expansion to the company. Now this is very BioShock feeling. Ooh, Boris plushie. Can we play with these? Boris, don't hum. Hell firefighter. Bendy and Boris go to hell in a handbasket. Who was the target audience of these things? Hell's Kitchen? I'm wondering if maybe the content of the cartoons didn't start to shift once all of this was tapped into.
Another day, another dollar. Why is there always something blocking the door? Gotta be a way through.
I don't know, man. It's a puzzle game. Ooh, there's even a... I've forgotten your name. Angel or something like that? And she was a voiced character. Look at that, an ink doll! Which we can form into just about anything.
I don't be seeing what the big deal is. So what if I went and painted some of those Bendy dolls with a crooked smile? That's sure no reason for Mr. Drew to be flying off the handle at me. And if he really wants to be so helpful, he could be telling me what I'm to be doing with this warehouse I got full of that angel whatchamacallit. Not a scrap of that mess, he said. They probably have to melt it all down to be rid of it all.
Well, we'll keep an ear out for more messages from you, Mr. Flynn. These are openable, but I've yet to really find anything inside them. There's got to be some mechanism that moves this rack. There's cables running out into here. Hello? Is there something else I need to be doing? Oh, unclog the belt wheels from you guys. And you. And you. There we go. You guys are moving again. That's still not enough. Both sides need to be unclogged. Thank you. And thank you. And you. Perfect. She's quite a gal. If this is anything like the previous area, imagine someone has control of each place. Ah! Well, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I see you there.
Are you the voice actress?
Fly in my endless web. Come along now. Let's see if you're worthy to walk with angels.
You came right through and let me go. It's only because you let me go. You want to play with your food first. Are you the voice actress taken over by the ink? Sent from above. Siren Serenade. Okay, unfortunately, I think I'm all out of time here. Games like this always get accused of being made really to sell merchandise to children, the kind of thing that gets popular on YouTube so all the kids are talking about it. And I don't know, like, I don't really put a lot of stock in arguments like that because you gotta judge it objectively for what it is, and what this is a really stylistic game that definitely has some very clear inspirations, but it is actually scary at times. But more than anything, I just want to know what's going on here and what the nature of this ink and the creator is. Does the creator refer to Drew, or does it refer to something even above him, or rather below? There's some interesting irony going on in the imagery and themes, but learning more about that, we'll have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.